A very good morning to one and all the students of class plus 1B. So this is the very first class of 2022. I hope it goes well and you learn well. So still students are joining. We were just interacting a bit, and don't take this online mode as a vocational mode, okay? That vacations are going on and we have to relish it. Yes, you got some time for yourself to prepare yourself in a good way. Take it in a positive way only, okay? Don't ruin your discipline because you were coming to school, you were a bit disciplined, you were coming back into the form, and once again this happened. So don't take advantage of this thing, okay? So let's not waste time. Almost many students have joined, only a few are left, so I will start. Okay, am I clearly audible to you all, and board is visible, I hope? Fine. The last word I have written is environment. Okay, the last word, if it is in case not visible to you, the last word is environment. So we are going to start the new chapter. Please keep your books with you. I will be sharing the screen also, but you need to keep your books with you. Okay, so this chapter, Ailing Planet, the Green Movement's Rule. I have already, made some points, written some points. So what this chapter is going to tell us, let me discuss firstly that. So before starting, just read this quote. What is written at the top? Yes, Harnoor, speak it. Beta, unmute yourself and speak what is written on the board. Which quote is written? Please speak that.
Don't be mean, let's go green.
Yes, so you can mute yourself, Beta. Uh, and try to sit. I know that it's difficult for all of us. We are at homes, and noises can come from any nook in the corner because we are sitting there. But try to be at the secluded place where nobody is around and you can concentrate on your studies well. Okay. So, yes, so well done, Harnoor. The quote says, "Don't be mean, let's go green." So, this quote, what does it mean? It means that let's not have mean attitude. Let's go green means let's start. You can say it doesn't mean that always plant trees and all. If we will not destroy the planet, if we will not ruin the facilities given to us, even then we are, helping our nature, mother nature. So this chapter is kind of, you can say it is written in the form of an article actually. So it was written by excuse me, Nani Palkhiwala. So this chapter is in the form of an article, okay, and it was published in the India Times in 1999, I guess. So this chapter was actually, it is an article, so it was published in the India Times newspaper in the year 1999. So then this article was so impressive, it was so, you can say, it created awareness among the masses that it was added into the one of the books of class plus one. Okay, so this is an article firstly, and then factors responsible for declining health of the earth. So first of all, Nani Palkhiwala will be discussing in this article that which factors are responsible for the ailing planet. For the, what is ailing? Ailing is when the person's health is not well, the person is ill. Fine. So our mother earth is also getting, see, this COVID is spreading like anything. There are n number of responses and declining. We people are erecting buildings, we're cutting the trees, we are more into using vehicles. Fine, smoke is there. So actually this is the reason behind declining health of the earth. So we will be discussing factors responsible for declining of the earth or health. Fine, it is an article written by Nani Palkhiwala, which I already told you, you need to remember this name. Then green movement's role. Now what is green movement? You might have read in ss in class 10th and in class 9th. If anybody knows what is green movement, please, you can type in the chat box or you can raise hand to speak. I would like to ask Divnoor here. Divnoor, if you know about what is green movement, anything you know about green movement, you can tell us. Divnoor, can you hear me? Yes.
Ma'am, its main focus was to grow more and more trees and sustainable development.
Yes, very good. So the concept of sustainable, you can mute yourself. Thank you for telling us. So, yes, Divnoor. You're right, sustainable development. We will be coming to that point also. Firstly, what is green movement? Actually, this is a movement which started in New Zealand in 1972. Okay, you need to remember this. It started in New Zealand in the year 1972. Why it was called green movement? Because the main purpose of this movement was to create awareness, to spread awareness among the masses regarding, ecological and holistic view of the nature. We should not think that, okay, it's none of my business, why should I take care of the mother earth? If we will have that kind of attitude, we are definitely going to decline the health of this mother earth, the planet on which we are breathing. So this green movement actually started creating campaigns, and that movement and awareness among the people, that let's have ecological view also. We people have political views, we people have rational views about the things, we people have different sort of views, but nobody thinks about ecological view related to the nature, related to the imbalances being occurred in the on the planet. So this movement taught us that let's have holistic view, that this whole planet is our home, the whole world is our family. So we need to take, wherever we go, you might have seen, we go for traveling, we think that this is not our state, this is not our city, nobody is, watching us, nobody knows us, so let's throw the paper after eating. Clear? So there are like people who are very responsible wherever they go. If they have the habit of maintaining the cleanliness, they will maintain it wherever they go. So ecological view teaches us that let's have ecological view wherever you go, and it should be permanent, and you should put in efforts to improve the health of the earth by growing trees, by not taking part into the bad activities which lead to declining of the health of our earth. So if you're not growing trees, if by switching off the lights when not in use, by not wasting the, because you know that how electricity is made, by not wasting the water, by not, by small acts, by not throwing garbage and paper here and there, not littering the places wherever you go. So these are the small acts which we can contribute towards the ecological view. Okay, so clear about the green movement. Now next point is about, please note down these points, these are all the points are you can say part of this chapter. Overpopulation. Now writer is going to discuss about the reasons that why the health is declining. When you people do not feel good, there is a root cause. When you have a fever, there is a root cause to that problem. So yes, when our mother earth's health is declining, there are many reasons. First and foremost reason is overpopulation. So space is, you can say, no doubt our earth is the, like, having the space. It doesn't mean that more population, it means more resources are required, more cutting of trees, more smoke, more vehicles, means everything is being used in abundance, and the result is declining health of the planet remains one only, but population is increasing, burden is increasing on this earth. So that is the very major reason. Second reason is deforestation. What is deforestation? Anyone can tell me? This is very easy concept. I guess you might have learned it in classic in third, fourth. What is deforestation? You might have heard about afforestation also. What is deforestation? Anyone can tell? Yes, Ramanjit. What is deforestation? Yes, Anjali, you are right, but I would like to that maximum students speak and participate.
Cutting of trees in a particular segment of forest.
Okay, yes, Anjali, thank you so much. So, cutting of trees. Yes, Drishti is saying large scale cutting of trees. Yes, Anjali, you are also right. So most of you know that what is deforestation. When we cut trees in abundance, that is called deforestation. And that deforestation can be for the purpose of personal use of that space, for erecting the malls and buildings over there, fine. Then afforestation is like growing more and more trees, planting more and more plants, right? In that way. So these concepts we have read in junior classes. So this chapter is going to talk about deforestation also. And then at last, because in the last period I was teaching a poem, so that's why This word poet is coming to my mind again and again. So our responsibility towards the environment. So we have to be very aware citizens, we have to be very aware residents. We have, we should have that mindset that we have borrowed this earth. We these days, we all are having the attitude that I am the owner of this place. I own this earth. Whatever I'm doing is my you wish. Fine. So as if nobody else is going to use. Posterity, coming generation. Posterity means coming generation. They are going to use it. Fine. Your kids, our kids are going to use it. So we should think in that way that we have borrowed this earth. Fine. And we have to give back to our coming generation, to posterity. Fine, we cannot have that attitude, it's mine only and I'm the only one who's going to use it. So that they've knows that a sustainable development. So the very important concept of this chapter is sustainable development. What do you mean by sustainable development? Anyone? Raghav, Vaibhav, Namanpreet, any of the person who would like to speak, if you know what is sustainable development? Ms. Raghav, if you can answer this. You need not Google it, what is sustainable development, and you have the advantage at home, na?
Proper uses of land
Proper
or
use.
trees
Okay. Conservation of resources.
without harming the environment.
Okay, according to Raghav, without harming the environment, proper use. Aditi is writing in the chat box, conservation of resources. Yes, Jacqueline, storing of resources for future generations. Very good, Jacqueline. So what is sustainable development? It means use, moderate use. Yes, Japanpreet, development of resources by keeping future needs in mind. Very good. So this is exactly what I was looking for. Japanpreet says, use the resources. Yes, we need to. I'm not saying do not use the resources provided to you. Yes, we need to use the resources. We need to use electricity. We need to the buildings and everything. But the thing is, use the provided resources to that extent that they are available to posterity also. They coming generations can also use it. Do not finish it. Suppose you have your parents have brought a big chunk of ice cream, fine, that, and you're a lover of ice cream, and the whole you can say that chunk is eaten by you only, and the rest of the siblings and members of the family are just looking at you and wondering what we are going to eat now. So that sort of attitude, fine, that you should think that when a thing comes into the family, we divide in equal parts. Parents divide in equal part, then they distribute amongst the siblings so that everybody can use it. Fine, and they will be keeping aside also some part of it. Okay, we can use in further tomorrow. If one of the sibling is not at home today, is gone for tuition classes or wherever, and he will be coming, they will be saving it for future times also, that okay, that person will come and use it. Means this is one very simple example of sustainable development. Fine, we need to use resources, but use to that extent that they are available to posterity and future generations. So this concept we are going to discuss. Okay, so let's not keep on talking about this now. Introduction is done. I hope it's clear to you all. Now I would be sharing the screen of the chapter. Please open your books also. So you can see my screen. Send me a thumbs up for that. We have 15 minutes now. Okay. So for 15 minutes, we will be doing the reading. Yes. Okay, fine. Now, the ailing planet. Fine, ailing, I told you, the health is deteriorating when you are not in good health. That is called ailing. Bimar hona, fine. The ailing planet. Now our planet is ailing. The green movement soul, and how the green movement means the ecological view, the view of sustainable development and awareness. Fine, how all these things can help us in creating this. That is the thing. So these expressions will be coming in the text. Whenever they will be coming, we will be discussing. So you need to note down when they occur in this. So let's start reading first. Yes. The following article was written by Nani Palkhiwala and published in the Indian Express. Yes, I was saying Indian Times because I forgot at that time, in 1994 exactly. So that data which I told you, fine, that was not correct. So please underline this. The following article was written by, yes, I have not written any date over there. This article was written by Nani Palkhiwala and published in The Indian Express. Newspaper's name is The Indian Express on 24th November 1994. Underline this. This chapter is actually an article published in this newspaper, The Indian Express. The issues that he raised regarding the declining health of the earth continue to have relevance. So this article has and will be having the relevance in the future also. So this is the concept which was having the importance at that time in 1994 till date. It is having importance because yes, our mother earth is having declining health, and in future also we this article will be very relevant, very important. One cannot recall any movement in world history which has gripped the imagination. Yes, one cannot recall any movement in world history which has gripped the imagination of the entire human race so completely and so rapidly as the Green Movement, which started nearly 25 years ago. In 1972, the world's first nationwide Green Party was founded in New Zealand. Since then, the movement has not looked back. So underline this. They are saying that Green Movement was one of the biggest movement of the world. And in 1972, world's first nationwide Green Party was founded. So this party, this you can say organization was related to this movement, and they wanted to create awareness that people should have holistic view of the world, ecological view of the world altogether. So since then, this movement started and still it is in process because this view needs to be implied even today. We have shifted, one hopes, irrevocably from the mechanistic view to a holistic and ecological view of the world. Clear? Now, what they're going to tell us here. Wait. Yes. They are going to tell us since then the movement, they are saying that the movement was so big, so huge that it started at that time, but its influence is still lingering. And we have shifted from the mechanistic view. Mechanistic view is very conservative thinking, conservative approach. And we are going from this to a holistic and ecological view of the world. What is holistic and ecological? I already discussed with you that this whole world is ours. We need to take care of the ecosystem, find ecology throughout. We cannot have this fixed mindset at one place. It is a shift in human perceptions as revolutionary as that introduced by Copernicus, who taught mankind in the 16th century that the Earth and the other planets revolve around the sun. So they are telling this. Copernicus taught us in 16th century that Earth and the other planets. And so when this discovery was made, that Earth is one of the planets and we reside in this planet, and this planets, these all planets, they keep on revolving around the sun. So for the first time in human history, there's a growing worldwide consciousness that the Earth itself is a living organism. So since then, when we got to know that our planet is a living organism, like other planets, there is no sign of life. There are no human beings. Fine, still, you can say discoveries are going on that only planet Earth is considered as living organism where people are residing, breathing. Fine, and enormous is huge, big, an enormous being of which we are part. So now Nani Palkhiwala is saying that we should consider this thought that the whole planet is actually a living being. It's a big, you might have read about, definitely being medical students, organisms and all. Fine. So they are saying that the earth is enormous human being and we all are part of this. It has its own metabolic needs. We all have, as human beings, we have our own metabolic system. We all digestion power, we have processes which needs to be we have our self-respect, we have our needs. We say that, okay, in the morning when I get up, firstly I want lukewarm water. Our we have set our priorities very clearly. But they are saying that even the way you have priorities in your life, what I want in morning, what I want in the afternoon, what I want in the evening, and what I want to eat, what I want to wear, you need to take bath to maintain your cleanliness. So similarly, earth is also a living organism. It also needs to be cleaned. It has the right to, proper watering of the plant should be there. They have their own requirements the way we are having. They have their own metabolic needs, vital processes, fine. And we need to respect. We want others to respect our needs. We want others to do our course. Similarly, we should respect and preserve the resources of nature also. So in the very first paragraph, this is what is said. The earth's vital signs. Now, writer is going to talk about the ailing health. The earth's vital signs reveal a patient in declining health. We have begun to realize our ethical obligations. Ethical obligations means moral duties to be good stewards of the planet. Who is a steward? You might have seen when you go to a flight, we have flight attendants, we have air hostess, and we have flight stewards also. The boys who are hosting us in the plane, they are called as stewards also. Why? Because they are leading us, they are guiding us. Fine, they are telling us what to do, what not to do. Now, Nani Palkhiwala, he has written in this article that vital signs of the earth is revealing that it is becoming a patient. Its health is declining day by day. And now, by seeing this declining health, what is our duty? What is our responsibility? We should be having some moral duties towards it, that we have to be good stewards. We have to be good attendants of this planet. We have to be responsible trustees of the legacy to future generations. The way I have told you, the sustainable development. So we have borrowed this earth from the posterity. We have borrowed this earth from the future and coming generations. So we cannot think that this is mine, I will use it, and I will not let others use. No, you have to maintain the decorum. You have to see the air quality. You check your mobiles AQ level on daily basis these days with the weather. EQ level or AI, sometimes they call it air index or air quality index. In that way, they tell us that it is very high, especially in some states like in Punjab also. It's deteriorating due to a lot of construction, due to number of vehicles being increased, a lot of smokes from the factories. So this is also one of the signs that we are inhaling very declining, we can say, rate of air quality, very poor quality of air we are inhaling. And definitely that's why we are having immunity problem. That's why we are having asthma. We are having easily, we are caught up with the sneezing and coughs these days. Viruses are spreading like anything. So these are the things we have to be responsible, that whatever small amount of input we can give by switching off the lights, by if you have the walking distance, you want to go somewhere and it is on the walking distance, you prefer Activa rather than walk, or you cycles, which we are just forgetting. Fine. So they are saying that we have to be responsible stewards, and we have to be the trustees of the legacy to future generations. Okay, now we are coming to this very important concept. Okay, only 5 minutes are left, so we will be able to understand this concept of sustainable development. Then I'll make you write some meanings. Okay, so stay there, please. The concept of sustainable development was popularized in 1987. Underline this. So this concept was popularized in 1987 by the World Commission on Environment and Development. So there is one World Commission which works for the environment and its development. And they have given a report. And in that report, the idea defines development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations. This we have already discussed. So what is sustainable development? That use the needs, use the resources, but to that extent that you do not compromise the ability of future generations to meet their needs. Leave the things for future generations also, without stripping the natural world of resourcing future generations would be. Do not strip the natural world off. Let it survive, because if you want to, survive happily, if you want to live a healthy life, you need to take care of the health of the earth also, as simple as that. Okay, so accordingly, I will be now telling you the word meanings. Okay, please note down some word meanings. There are some words here. Inter alia is there. Fine. Inter alia means, this word means among other things. We are having time? Holistic and ecological view. Holistic is means altogether, the whole world as one particular unit. Ecological is related to the environment. Okay, this I will not tell you. Sustainable development already discussed. Okay, then we have languish. This word, this you note down. Languish is lack of vitality of a person or plant. Lack of vitality of a person or plant. Fine. Then next word is ignominious, darkness, disgraced as no one has knowledge. Ignominious darkness means, write down, disgraced as no one has knowledge about them. Fine. Decimated, you know that, less in number. Clear? So we will be doing some more word meanings tomorrow. And along with that, please sit along with your books. I will be seeing your books, the meanings written on it, and revise whatever is done. Okay. So time is over. I have some my next period also. So I will be calling it off. Have a nice day.